All right, so let's take a look at your reading. And very interesting. Your first two cards coming in, you have the Seven of Swords, which this is, the moon, obviously, in Aquarius. But the Seven of Swords, something has maybe complicated things for you. Someone, something. This is a card of some conflict, some deceit, some betrayal in some ways. Some of these energies have been carrying over. I see it in a lot of my client readings and a lot of my weeklies and different readings. And it's very much out there for a lot of signs this month, this card. So people are carrying some difficult energies that they're trying to work through. And I feel like you're coming into the month for some of you with that. Right next to it, you have the Three of Swords, okay, in reverse position. So I feel as though you're healing from a situation, an emotional experience. This could be some type of severing of a relationship, an emotional experience that you've been going through and you're healing from it. So this is something that is come and gone, but you're in kind of the energy of maybe you didn't speak up enough. Maybe you didn't meet it head on, or maybe you did. And now you're coming out with, this new beginning for something that has ended or taken place. I just get the feeling that you need to always speak the truth. This is a card of clarity. This is a card of insight. This is a card of victory. So whatever has transpired, if there's any residual energies to something that you've gone through, you make it through fine, because you do have the Six of Wands, and this is the main point of the reading. This is in reverse too. So you didn't want a lot of people talking about this, or maybe people didn't agree with you with something that was going on. And it could be opinions that, didn't quite fit in with what your original response was to the situation at hand, okay? So maybe you talked to people about it and they just weren't kind of on your side with it. But either way, there's a victory with an emotional situation. And there is new people, new emotional energy that's being kind of gifted to you. So try to always see what's around you and what's coming towards you, whether that be new relationships, new people, new opportunities that are coming your way. You do have choices to make. There are choices here. And I think it's around people and relationships and what new ideas that you're instituting, what new beginnings, how you're going to turn events and go forward with that energy of, okay, maybe everyone doesn't agree with me, or maybe I wasn't 100% right. But, it's all about how you kind of take on the communication, the knowing and the awareness of who's deceiving you, how you felt deceived, how you felt kind of robbed in a way of some experience that maybe you're just working through the residual of it. But there will be new people, new emotional experience that is going to be gifted towards you. Okay? Now, in the two, for you, Virgo, very nice, manifesting. So this could be new moon energy manifesting. This is a change of perception. So it's all in how you look at the situation, all in how you're looking at choices that you're going to make and how you're going to make changes. And it's like, not taking the baggage into something new, right? You want to just start out fresh and new, change the perception of how you look at people, situations, opportunities. Maybe it's to, release a little bit of the kind of control that you have. Because look at this. This is gorgeous for spiritual energy. So you have the Eight of Wands, which is really, this is just heaven opening up and throwing you arrows of all opportunity. Now, this could be suitors for love, right? This could be opportunities for work. This could be opportunities for schooling. This is the doves of peace. It's bringing harmony. These, sometimes when the angelic realm, when it opens to source, right, with all the cosmic energy and everything that's been going on, you have opportunities that are going to start really coming in. For some of you, you could travel. For some of you, this is, again, arrows of love. This is just arrows of opportunity. And then look at this, everybody. You have temperance here. Be patient. It's a moderate energy. It's a happiness energy. This is like being blessed for everything you do have in situations that have culminated that you're getting through. It's all good, right? It's all good because, your angels, your guides, they walk with you. When I say temperance, this is just a beautiful energy. And again, I feel some travel for some Virgos in February for you also. And then again, you have another Wands card, okay? This is the moon in Sagittarius. So this is opening up to travel again, yes, but this is also standing guard for everything that you've built, right? You're proud. You're happy with what you've done. You work very hard. You balance the best you can of all aspects. And, you're not going to be kind of go back into something that maybe isn't serving you, right? You'll do it differently the second time around by changing the perception, by not being the all I am and mighty, right? There's this sense of, okay, let me step back and look at and reevaluate people in my life, how I'm going about situations. How do I sugarcoat things? How do I not be so maybe critical, right? Because you're going to do it a different way. So sometimes it's best to try a bit of a different way so that you can let all the opportunities in and you can look at them in it and perceive them in a different way of being, a different way of thinking. Because these swords are all energy of thought and mental process. Now, I pulled a clarifier because I wanted to see the healing process that's taken place within this relationship or a job or wherever this resonates for you. So for a chakra card, you receive the throat chakra, okay, which is very blue. And you notice one thing about all this. See all the blue and silver, thought, and throat chakra. So there's a situation that you really didn't speak your piece with. Okay, for those of you going back into a relationship or an environment where there was a lot of kind of havoc or some energies that have completed, you need to really open up that throat chakra, do some meditating, and speak your truth. Okay, because you have this gorgeous Ace of Sword. And even if everyone doesn't agree with you, you have victory here and know that you've done the best you can. However, it's always about, getting it out in the open. So on the bottom of the deck, the energy you're carrying, you've completed a lot of cycles. There's a lot of transformation that has been taking place for you. Virgo, you're not the same after this situation has closed and has let itself go. So if anybody is going back into a relationship or some sort of an arrangement after you've healed a bit and you're going back to it, this is for those of you who are going back in a relationship, maybe with someone that you've separated from or broken off from. You have to go into it knowing that you're different this time around because it can bring on the same archetype as how you handled it while you were in it. So it doesn't make it all the time better. It just makes it so that you can see it. So you have clarity in the situation, okay? Now let's take a look at your guidance. And I pulled two for you. So this is the card of innocence. Some of you could be going back to a past relationship. However, you have to, it's like the child. Children are innocent. They don't project anything because they don't know. It's just pure energy, right? So for the month of February, you're going to be finding that space of that innocence. And, it could be people from your past. It could be different situations from your past, something that you felt sorry about or you want forgiveness for, or you want to forgive somebody else. And the only way to see it is through childlike way of being, not in an immature level, but in a way of that innocence, that untouched, because you won't go back into situations for fear that you have to stand your ground. So innocence is a very pronounced card as far as you have to look at it in inner child type way and enjoy who you've become and where the transformation has taken place. And this card is Sanctuary. I love this card. One of my favorite guidance cards. This is saying that you've culminated a lot. You've been through a lot, Virgo. Some of you have been through an awful lot. This sanctuary is creating that space, that office space, that room that you can get some time for yourself, to create it with the things that you love, to get into your spiritual zone, to do your meditating. It's a sanctuary that you create for yourself that brings you wisdom, peace, and harmony, because you create that sense of sanctuary. And it does help to make decisions. It does help to catch these opportunities. It does help to any residual energy from previous things that have taken place. And you come out with victory, because this 6, even though it's in reverse, is a claim. It could be, for some of you, it could be, to really step out there in the world and to create your victory after all the hard work. This could be, your public self, your inner self, but you will find victory in the month of February. Excuse me. So very nice card. You're coming through a lot. Create that space, body, mind, and soul. I think you'll have a wonderful February. And always remember, much love, much light. It's what it's all about.